Of course, the funeral of Pope Francis. They will clearly not go down in history. They are boring, they are dull, and not enlivened by any extraordinary events, contrary to the tradition of various events that accompany the funerals of popes. And besides, the sleep. Today, the only thing there was such a weak complaint about the attire. The thing is, it didn't liven up the dull ceremony. The thing is, contrary to the rules and traditions, Trump arrived in blue, although it was required to be in black. But apart from this weak complaint, nothing enlivened the ceremony. And before such events, the funerals of popes, they turned into sexual criminal shows. And it is known that in Rome, throughout all ages, there were exceptionally talented thieves. And these thieves, a couple of times, from the coffin with the dead pope, during the wake, managed to steal that bag of coins, which by tradition is placed at the pontiff's feet. 19th, mistress of Alexander VI, over his coffin. At this pope's funeral, they organized a dazzling battle with hair pulling and exposures. The secret children of John, if I'm not mistaken, Byzantine, there was such a pope, came running in full force. It turned out there were 70 of them, fathered by the pope during his patriarchate. While playing, they overturned the coffin of John, seen and with Pope II, if I'm not mistaken, a whole delegation of his completely naked lovers appeared, who attempted to actually drag the Pope's coffin out of the cathedral, for which they were pierced by the guards' halberds. That is, well, there were a lot of such events, but out of 26, popes have changed, meaning at least 226 funerals. And there was even a pope who was dug up, exhumed, to be put on trial. Well, in general, everything, as it turned out in the 21st century, has become formalized and trivialized. And the Pope, yes, Pope Formosus, was brought to trial, had 3 of his fingers cut off, then was buried again. And at his funeral, the next Pope, Stephen, was strangled, by whose order the exhumation of Pope Formosus was carried out. And as you can imagine, this really spiced up all this Vatican dullness. And it even came to the point where they had to change the rules of the game. They prohibited putting the dead on trial. The best of all, of course, was Benedict IX, who simply took and sold the papal throne. Moreover, for some very modest sum, which he needed for marriage. He was the youngest pope, but at some point he fell for some Roman beauty. And in order to earn, as he was the pope, to earn money, for the wedding he went ahead and sold his pontifical dignity. All right, I can talk about this for a long time. We have a serious political review and not at all amusing stories.